Yo, oh my God. Okay, look, guys, look. Your home is supposed to be where you can like live and stand and breathe and eat and do whatever the fuck you want to do. If you want to walk around naked, if you want to mess with pygmies, you could do whatever you want to within the confines of your home. You should be able to do whatever. We have just witnessed 2 government sanctioned deletions at the hands of the police. They're not supposed to be in your house. Like, they're not supposed to be in your house. Like, we're...
I ain't never really want to flex my gifts, but I think it's my time. Let me check my wrist. You can never dim my shine. I'ma keep on grinding until I reach the top. When it's just in my jeans and I ain't looking back and I'm feeling like Chris, bro. They can never slow me down, but they need to hate me. Now I'm feeling like Chris. Rock with the team, cause you know that we winning, we with it, we going, we flowing again. I might just go by a Benz, I might just blow my Benz. Whoa, I did it all for the feeling. Alive, but I'm making a killing. I'm gonna break every ceiling, cause I need $1 million, but I don't need your money. You can pay me in respect, cause once I do it.
Salute, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Simple Shit TV. I'm your host, Alvin Holden, also known as Project 8020. And, we're going to cover some things today. Salute to anybody and everybody that's in the chat. Salute to everybody that's going to catch this on a replay. Thank you for coming through. Check it out. We're just going to bomb right into some of this stuff. Before we get into the deep stuff, this case where this young airman...
One of the most tragic stories.
Excuse me. This young airman that got himself unalived by a race soldier. Seems as though his younger brother has been shot. I don't know the circumstances. Something like that sometimes seems like it's a little bit too crazy to be a coincidence, but I can only imagine what these people's family is like. But while we're getting ready for everybody to file on in, let's hear what what's going on here. Let's check this out.
Stories you heard this year now has another tragedy. Do you remember Mr. Fortson was shot and killed by a deputy?
There he is.
As the deputy decided to simply shoot upon the man opening his door. His brother, Roger Fortson, was fatally shot as well. Here's a reminder of the original reporting.
Now, I got to be real with y'all.
Are they fighting or something?
I got to be real with y'all. I don't love this trauma porn, but we're gonna do this for the sake of documentation.
I'm saying that it happens frequently.
Okay.
But this time it sounded like it was getting out of hand.
Sheriff's office, open the door! Sheriff's office, open the door! Step out.
So that's how he answered the door. That's how he got unalived. So let's continue. Yo, man.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
He's over there.
Drop the gun! 312, shots fired. Suspect down. Do not move!
He was no suspect. There was no disturbance at his apartment. He was FaceTiming with his lady friend at the time this happened. The deputy knocks on the door. He's military, he's Air Force. He's wondering who is knocking on my door like this. He tells his lady friend, just hold on for a minute, let me check this out. He looks through the peephole. He doesn't see anybody. Why? Because the deputy decided to sidestep the peephole. Once again, this is not a suspect for anything. There's no verification this is a suspect. So he goes, he grabs his gun. He is a licensed gun owner and he's in the military. He's trained. He does what his training tells him to do, which is you do not lift that gun until you have identified a threat. So his gun remained on his side. The officer had similar training. You do not lift that gun until you see a threat. One man followed his training. The other man did not. The man that followed his training is dead. The man that did not is fired.
That was the first situation. I can't even imagine what these people are about to be going through right now. I don't even know what the story is. I really don't. Let's find out.
3 months, the mother, Miss Fortson, is mourning the loss of a son to gun violence. Andre Fortson, 16 years of age, the younger brother of the 23-year-old Roger Fortson, an Air Force senior airman, killed by a Florida sheriff's deputy in early May, was shot to death outside the family's home in DeKalb County. This is Georgia, on July 30th, according to the police. The older son was devoted to helping his mother with his brother and another younger sibling. She told reporters in May, quote, "He was trying to give me everything that I ever could get, that I never could get for myself." If you remember the original reporting we did on Indisputable, we highlighted how he was a mentor to his brother, that he took care of his brother. And as soon as that cop removes this covering, this happens to his brother. There's more. Police said younger Fortson was killed in a breezeway of the Summit Hill Apartments on Bold Crest Road. This is the area I was actually raised in. While neighbors told a local station that he was caught in the crossfire of a shootout and likely was not the intended victim. One of the alleged shooters, identified as a 20-year-old, Contavious Zellner, has been arrested on charges of aggravated assault and is held right now in the DeKalb County Jail, according to WSB Channel 2. Police said they believe another teenager was involved in the shooting. However, they would not confirm whether this person had been taken into custody. Neighbors said they heard the gunshots, and when the suspect sped away, leaving Andre mortally wounded in the breezeway. One person tried to administer CPR, but the teenager died at the scene. The latest heartbreak for the Fortson family comes nearly 3 months after Andre's older brother, Roger, was killed May 3rd by an officer who opened fire at the man's apartment in Fort Walton, Florida, while arriving to investigate a simple disturbance call. Fortson was chatting with his girlfriend on FaceTime before he was shot 6 times by the officer, and Fortson opened his front door with a gun pointed down at the floor as he was trained to do. Fortson never had time to react. Now their mother, Ms. Fortson, is devastated following another unthinkable tragedy, with 2 of her 3 children violently slain less than 3 months apart. Her daughter, Harmony, is her last surviving child. Harmony has lost all her brothers.
That's crazy. Tell me something. Zoom out real quick. When you're trying to systematically end a group of people and you find creative ways of taking out the offspring, what does that sound like? What does that sound like? Like, because that's what it is, right? Like, we're sending these kids out into the streets with weapons and they don't have jobs or things to do. Thank you, Dre. That word comes to mind, right? What are we? Yeah, like, what are we? Right? Like, is that a bridge too far? Am I overstepping? Right? Like, answered the door. Like, we've watched police execute black folks in their own homes. Yo, oh my God. Okay, look, guys, look. Your home is supposed to be where you can, like, live and stand and breathe and eat and do whatever the fuck you want to do. If you want to walk around naked, if you want to mess with pygmies, you could do whatever you want to within the confines of your home. You should be able to do whatever. We have just witnessed 2 government-sanctioned deletions at the hands of the police. They're not supposed to be in your house. Like, they're not supposed to be in your house. Like, we're Broken Blade, salute, bro. How are you doing, sir?
Doing all right till I freaking hit up this podcast, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, like, what are we? When does one start breaking shit? I want everybody in the chat, anybody that might actually watch this on a replay, ask yourself this: at what point do you start to break shit? Where's your breaking point? You don't have to say it. You don't have to verbalize it. You have to verbalize it. But if you were to really look at it, what would have to happen for you to say, you know what? Let me go on ahead and get that Thule and mobilize. You know, like when what has to happen before you start to do something like that? You know what I mean? Because we got to be real. It was civil rights at the beginning. Brothers was out there. It was old military. Uncle D talked about it. Men that were comfortable with their firearms, understood their rights to bear arms, and they defended themselves, and they defended their properties, and they defended their families. Bro, these cops are not supposed to be able to just walk you down in your house like that. Like, they're not supposed to. Like, they're not supposed to be able to do that. We have let these like laws get so lax and let them make so many loopholes so that they can just like kick your door down. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't take anything to get them to kick your door down. This cop basically just banged on a random person's door. Wasn't even the apartment that he was supposed to be at. Wasn't even the apartment where it was the disturbance. Like, how crazy is that? You're right. They have done that for centuries, but here we get to, okay, so just because they've been doing it for centuries, are we supposed to allow it for centuries? You know what I mean? Like at what point do you start breaking things? You know what I'm saying? Like at what, because I mean, I feel attacked. And you know what? And I can't, and if I were to have some sort of an interaction with the cop, my fuse is going to be short. You know, like any shenanigans, my fuse is going to be short. Like, I already know. And that's the thing, man. And that's kind of what I was getting at with these ladies. Case in point, it's like, they don't know what to do when they get pressed. They don't understand the law. They don't know the law. They don't really, the idea, because the cops aren't made for them. They're made for us. The cops aren't made for them. They're made for us. So when the cops engage them like they're us, it doesn't make sense to them. You're like, well, what do you mean? Cuffs, you've seen it, right? Black girl was attitude until them cuffs get put on, boy. Ooh, that attitude changes real quick. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Mr. Man. I apologize. I'll never do it again. We've seen it. Shit switches up when you got that cold steel on your wrist.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But these girls, they're going to go out there. These cops have an attitude. They're not, like, most of them are not. They are race soldiers, right? Like, there is no repercussions to beating up on dark people. Right? You heard that judge a second ago. I'm always with you guys. I'm with you. I'm always with you guys. I'm always on your side. I'm always on your side. You know that. You know that. I'm always on your side. That's what a judge says to some cops.
But there's no systemic racism.
No such thing. No such thing. Never ever. This is a tragedy, man. This is a shame. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you have 3 kids, 2 of them done in the same year. That's a shame, man. And yeah, I believe you, Dre. What's up, contractor? How you doing, sir?
I'm a gamble with